Should the voting age be lowered? Too young to vote. Many young people want to do what they can to make the world a better place. They volunteer their community, write letters to the government leader about the issue they care about, and use the voice to call for change. However, until they turn 18, they can't do one of the most important things a citizen can do: vote. Some people believe there are many good reasons for voting age in the United States to stay 18. However, others think it should be lower to give younger Americans a country is run. The changing vote age. Although some people believe the voting age in the United States is too high right now, it used to be even higher in 1976. An amendment or change was made in the U.S. Constitution. The 16th Amendment lowered the vote age of the United States from 21 to 18. The vote age went lower in 1971 because the United States was at war. During Vietnam War, people as young age as 18 to children to serve in the military. People argue that if the young adults were old enough to die for their country, they also old enough to vote. Informed and active citizens. Young people have become powerful voice for change. They use social media platforms to speak out issues that matter to them. They are joining together to call attention to problems they can see in the country. Young activists have shown that teenagers are often just informed or educated and care just as much about important issues as adult voters. Many laws include laws about health, education, and gun violence directly affect young people. Because of this, supporters of lower voting age believe young people should have the right to vote for people who make those laws a matter of maturity. Young people have shown the ability to care deeply about the important issues that affect voters. However, caring about issues isn't the same thing as many major decisions about them. Some people argue against lower voting vote age because they think that adult brain can handle making decisions better than teenager brain. Doctors have thought that some parts of the brain are fully developed by the time person 60 years old. People who opposite lower the vote age worry that 60 years old will make smart decisions in voting both because their brain are ready for that kind of task. It's true that some part of the person's brain hopefully develop until the twenties. However, studies have found that the part of the brain make informed decisions so that who voted the work just as well at 16 years old as they do in adults. The teenager and others have other things that is common too. For example, people 60 years old can work. If they have a job, they must do pay tax. Many people believe if a person pays tax, they should be allowed to vote. The 18 United States years old can drive, get a job, and pay tax, but they still can't vote for the most election. Knowing the fact, if people want to make the informed decision, they need a fact. Some people think teenagers don't know enough fact about the U.S. government work to make informed decisions about voting both. A lower voting age would mean a greater number of voters who hasn't finished high school yet, and high school is when many students take out in U.S. history and government. Opponent of lowering the voting age is also the most teenagers don't know about enough important facts about the local, state, and national leader. They believe better citizen education is needed before the 60 years old should be allowed to vote, able to vote. Voter turnout trouble. The number of people who vote also as voter turnout is a major issue in the United States. In the 2016, the U.S. presidential election, only 55.5% of the Americans who could actually voted. This number often lower when they voted on choosing a president. Many people be allowing younger people to vote to help raise the voter out the number. They believe that earlier people can start voting, and more likely they are keep voting every year. Also, parents and grandparents may be more likely to vote too because they want to set a good example for their children. An unfair advantage. Most people agree that lower the vote age would raise more turnout number. However, some people think that it will raise unfair ways. In the United States, there are two main political parties, a group of people who hold the same gender benefit of how the government should work. The most voters belong to either Democratic Party or Republican Party. A younger voter are more likely to be Democrat than Republican. This has caused to some people argue that lowering the voting age is unfair because it will help only one political party more than other. Important debate as young people continue to raise their voice about important issues. This debate about lowering the voting age will continue too. After learning about the both sides of this debate, do you think the voting age should be lower? Also, people have different point of view in this issue. They all generally agree that it's important for young people to really be vote in an informed way when they reach the voting age. You can really read ready by learning as much as you can now about the government as its leader. It's never early to start. Should the voting age be lower? Yes, many young people are just informed and care just as deeply about important issues as adult voters. The part of the brain that makes control informed decisions, shared who vote for, is fully developed by the child person is 16. Many young people pay tax and are affected by other issues, such as gun violence in the same way adult voters are. Lowering the voting age will raise voter turnout number for young people and their parents. No, the rate of young people aren't mature enough to make important voting decisions. Young people don't know enough about the government to make informed voting decisions. Give, civic education needs to be better vote before young people are allowed to vote. Lowering the voting age gives unfair advantage to the Democratic Party because young people are more likely to agree with this view.